One of the guys I decided to pay a visit to ke mojita o kileng ka hola le yena back in the days. He established an online magazine. Jwale ke ile ka nka qeto hore he's one of the people I need to visit. Like a tlo nqoqela ka journey ya hae, how he started, because one would wonder mo ke tswang teng. I've mainly heard batho ba bua ka hore ke batla ho bula car wash, or let me start a spaza shop, and so on. But who would have thought an online magazine? Ke ka hoo ke ileng ka re ke lo bona motho na. And yes, this is what happened.
Kalibito ke Steveni ke tswa Sharkville. I'm a creative entrepreneur because ke na le matsoa ka hara nthonyana tse ngata and ke motho le gore ke rata bo dintho tsa bo di arts jolo but ke rata le tšhelete hape, so ke kopantshitse ntho tseo tse pedi tseo hore ha ntse ke focus so di arts at least le business ka mona le push. So I regard myself as a social entrepreneur. And I'm a father too. That's one title I'm proud to get to a beautiful daughter. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. So as I've mentioned, I'm a creative entrepreneur. Amongst that, one of the brands I own is called EKASI MAGAZINE. EKASI MAGAZINE is a digital platform which you can find on Google Play Store. Essentially, it's a platform whereby we have a 3D magazine, we have an online TV, we also have a blog, so that we are able to cater for different kind of type of content, because we have the printing content kind of type of format, and then we have the video format kind of type of content. So the idea initially started in 2012, but it was later formed around 2014. Hane kala ho sebetsa le brand tse ding tse different locally ka mona na la partner the local designers sa rona in Sharpeville, ka partner le some of the local artists sa rona in Sharpeville, and then from there we grew in different areas. But essentially our key goal hane re kala establish EKASI Magazine was to actually build a bridge for township content, so that we have our narrative because we have an issue of people telling our own narrative, and then it usually changes when it comes now into the forefront the TV screens. So we felt, why not create a platform whereby we can be able to tell our own stories, we can be able to narrate our own lives the way not the way we feel, but usually produce this kind of type of films, but produce this kind of type of content, but produce this kind of type of publications would be telling our own stories. Also, to also show people from the other side the things that are happening in the townships, because perception ya ka si go re ha ona hana le question, ona hana batho ba utswang, ona hana batho ba loreng ba destroy dintho, na hane di drugs. So it was time for us to say, in the narrative re batlang we qoqa ho batho, we're also looking for ways to show Kasi how much it has developed over the years. Or Kasi is no longer Kasi and we now have the double story go Kasi, we have the Ferrari go Kasi, you have essentially everything we even have the radio stations are now based in the townships, we have TV stations now that are based in the townships. So ownership is very important with regards to how we tell our stories. So if we do not have our own platform where we can tell our own stories, our narrative would always change. So let's go back, forming collaboration, the local artists, local designers, and everybody who's involved in the creative industry. Let's have a platform and then let's publish the work. So I think that's where the idea EKASI Magazine there. We also felt Hape as a new brand into the spacer online. We also wanted to teach other people about the spacer online, because as Kasi the online teachings. So only now are we able to be familiar because of Facebook or social media. But we also have to bear in mind Kasi Hasi social media fela ega re thusang. We have but the website, we have other people who are doing the online store. So we felt man, if we can come as a digital brand, we can be able to form a partnership embark on a journey to teach questioning about the online market or opportunities online, some of the things that they can do themselves or by create employment. So we were there in the space of learning but also teaching, but also building a bridge between the township people, the urban side, but we also had an idea of urban side to also see what happens in the townships and amazing products these were in the townships. So yeah. So for EKASI Magazine and being a township-based brand, especially Sharkville, so we feel it's very important for us to play a role with regards to development. So in this case, we have plans for the next 5 years to say we want to see EKASI having more content creators. We want to see EKASI having more business creative entrepreneurs. We want to see EKASI having more opportunities for our musicians, for our fashion designers, for other people belonging in this space. So EKASI Magazine, as we thought about this plan to say, in the next 5 years, how can we rehabilitate EKASI as we are from Sharkville? What is it that we can do to actually improve some of the things? Then from there, we decided having an online store is one of the things, especially going towards this first year 2023. We're also adding TV screens local taxis from traveling from Zibit to Van der Bailey to Vrenaghe. We already spoke with a couple of few taxi drivers and they are willing to let us do that. The idea is so that when people are not online, maybe balaka taxi, if they notice there's a brand called EKASI Magazine, they constantly get reminded. So if we embed some of the content it gives more opportunities, not just only for Rona to get better exposure, but for the artists the promoter branded for the local businesses the advertiser as well. So we're also forming a group the artists under EKASI Magazine. So the artists are focusing on making sure not just only music artists, but we're going to have people who are focused in filming as well, because we're creating new wings EKASI Magazine. Like we mentioned that we also have an online TV there. So we want to create more shows that promote the local producers from film to documentaries to the music videos to even the snippets online as we can see online market has grown vastly over the last 2 years. COVID, everybody was forced to consider online market as well. So with those plans, we're hoping at least in the next 5 years, and possibly we're going to be having more ideas as time goes by. So for Honazole, we feel those are the ones as soon as the next 2 years and then expand from there for the next 5 years to see how much taxis can we get TV screens, because from the taxis we're going to move into the saloon. From the saloon we're moving into the restaurant, but our first phase is to start having those screens the taxi, and then we move into other stages as time goes by. So yeah. And then as a creative entrepreneur at EKASI, we kind of have identified some, personally, I think, so it has allowed me the opportunity to see challenges from way back. Because in 2010, we had a youth development center where we tried to some of the challenges in youth here in Arizona, which includes trying to poverty alleviation programs, skills development. Those were some of the things in life skills, business skills. We were also teaching them how to basic applications to apply for the CV, presentation, and how to do the interviews in how we about the interviews that day. So in that into business, I realized I feel like I kind of neglected some of the responsibilities as EKASI. Again, we need to come up with solutions for EKASI. As much as I might have attempted before, but it's time to go back happy again, because I want EKASI holele my brand simultaneously. So the idea is I want to go back into, but this time under EKASI Magazine, we go back into giving back into the townships to say, how to do coding. We want to teach Bacha on how to do the websites. On how to do digital marketing. On how to do online presentations, so that they start generating some sort of income for themselves. So we need to have a youth center hub like the one that I had before. What are the needs of Bacha currently in the townships? We can already see there's a high unemployment rate. So what are the creative ways while they're still at home looking for jobs, can they create just a means of having an income? They're looking for a better pay, but currently at this moment, can they survive? So if we can focus on skills development mainly, anything that's remote, promotes remote learning, that promotes remote working, that promotes remote creativeness, because on a collaborate artist overseas. That's how easy things are now, to say you don't have to focus on market fail. As a new business, you don't have to focus on people around you. You can always go expand somewhere else, so these are some of the information even banan leon ha ba so tsebe ba ka utilize jwa, because if you say homoto alo batla motho lo reng overseas, how do they start building relationships? So we also have to teach them the communication skills. So I think monana fela go identify a skill sets. So if we can identify the skill sets, I think we can start seeing progress. Start moving forward. We can start seeing less crime. We can start seeing less drugs. But we need, most important, we need partnership from government to say we have our local municipalities involved in these things. Local business people involved in these things. The local malls and other big brands. Everybody benefits from the townships, so it's high time everybody also contributes in building the townships the way before so yeah, that's the plan going forward. So as EKASI Magazine, we have worked with a lot of artists, especially Shakvili. We have worked with the likes of Masedi, we have worked with the likes of Jaseme, Max the DJ, Moon Queen. These are some of the Val artists around here, to mention few. But we're also still hoping to work with more artists towards this next coming year. Number one, priority, we want to start producing more music videos for the artists. And then number two, we want to have at least 3 artists recording sessions with some of the people we partnered with. And then number 3, we also have an opportunity to submit on other digital platforms for them to get even more exposure. So as we form more partnerships, they're not there to benefit us, but to benefit the artists space such as we. So we're hoping that we can have more people who are willing to do collaborations. Problem I wanna feel like valley the artists alone, they're willing to partner, because in our partner we handle partner, but the language as the artist, we are too entitled into our own products, because these are the products of passion. So we need to find better ways of really the artists understand what is it benefit what is it benefit so that both parties can work out of the partnership. It is all about tabil. But we're hoping to give our artists more exposure this year and see what kind of collaboration can we form with the artists going forward.